Blush with cash. Hi and welcome back to the previews. I'm your host Ben Cavanagh and this is episode 3. In this week's news, actor turned director Olivia Wilde will be following up her directorial debut, the fantastic Booksmart, available on Amazon Prime, with a psychological thriller called Don't Worry Darling. Don't Worry Darling has recently cast Florence Pugh, Shia LaBeouf and Chris Pine in a story that is set in an isolated utopian community in the 1950s Californian desert. Wilde's first directing endeavour, Booksmart, was hugely funny.
How old are you, by the way?
Does not matter!
Okay, that voice did not make you sound older, so you're basically children, and you just willingly got in the car of a strange man.
It holds up to some of the great modern day coming of age stories, such as Superbad and Lady Bird. I'm excited to see what Wilde delivers with her new film and this star-studded cast. In other news, Mike Schur, the head writer of Parks and Recreation, has managed to wrangle together the old gang for a special isolation episode. Unfortunately, it sounds as though Pawnee didn't escape the sweeping pandemic. This new special is to encourage people to donate to Feeding America. Alongside State Farm, an insurance company, the cast and crew are donating a whopping $500,000 because, as we all know, they are
Flush with cash. Awesome.
Here's to hoping we see all the faces we know and love. Now it's time for the previews. We recently got the trailer for Justin Roiland's new cartoon adventure, Solar Opposites. Justin Roiland is one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty, and his new show seems to be in the same realm, focusing on an alien family who crashed down on Earth and are forced to live here. If it's half as good as Rick and Morty, then it's going to be Swifty in here. This week we also got another trailer for the TV adaptation of Snowpiercer. If you haven't seen the film that this new TV show is based on, then I highly recommend checking it out. It's currently available on Amazon Prime. The original film was directed by Academy Award winner Bong Joon-ho, the director of last year's Academy Award winner for Best Picture, Parasite. The story follows the last humans on Earth as they travel around the inhospitable planet on a never-ending train journey. I'm eager to find out if the TV show will stick to the film's story, or whether or not they'll add any other creative spins. The reviews. This week I've watched quite a few different TV shows and films, one of which was the new TV show on Netflix called Black AF. The show was created by the writer of Blackish, Kenya Barris. Black AF is a mockumentary following Barris and his family after they found fame and success. Much like Blackish, it focuses on the black experience in America, with serious issues being discussed alongside witty humour. If you're a fan of Blackish, Mixedish or Grownish, then you'll be a fan of Black AF. Another comedy I've watched this week are the 3 comedy specials from Middleditch and Schwartz. Each episode is around an hour of improvised comedy. They start by asking the audience a few questions and use this as the impetus for their improvisation. This then leads them into scenarios such as the parking lot wedding and the law school turned Area 51.
And that is improv.
A show that has really got my blood pumping this week is the new Chicago Bulls documentary, The Last Dance. I honestly haven't been this excited for a new episode of TV to come out in a very long time. If you're a sports fan, then this documentary will be right up your street. Personally, I'm not a huge sports fan myself. However, I do find it interesting whenever there's a documentary about the best person in their field. In this case, Michael Jordan.
My mentality was to go out and win at any cost.
The Last Dance focuses on Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman in their 97 to 98 season as they try to complete their historic second three-peat, 3 championships back to back. With the first few episodes recently released, it's clear to see that egos, salaries and upper management are holding them back as they lose the first 4 away games. It's obvious that there are 2 different teams at play. The one on the court, coached by Phil Jackson, and the other team in the offices, managed by Jerry Krause. So far the show has painted Krause as a bit of a villain. Unfortunately, Krause passed away in 2017, so we won't be able to hear his side of the story. So far, all the footage of Krause is historical. So it's fair to say the documentary is from the eyes of the on-court Bulls team, or more specifically, the eyes of Michael Jordan, whose explicit permission was needed for the 97 footage to be used in this documentary. As I said before, I'm extremely eager to find out what happens in the next few episodes, and luckily they're releasing 2 at a time, so it won't be long to find out the full story. This week a new release on Netflix caught my eye, the film Tigertail, not to be confused with this guy.
Joe Exotic for the people of America. How's that?
Tigertail is a film about a Taiwanese immigrant's journey to America and the sacrifices he had to make to achieve the American dream. Based on director Alan Yang's father's life, the film explores the differences between the first generation Asian American children and their Asian parents, Specifically, the stark differences between the ways their parents hold in their emotions and the dramatic impact that this has on their lives. For all you film geeks out there, the film jumps between the modern day, filmed digitally, and the past, filmed in 6mm film. Make sure you've got the effort to really watch this film, as most of the film is in Chinese and Taiwanese subtitles. I hugely recommend this beautiful film that will truly tug on your heartstrings. Now for the segment we all know and love, Snack of the Week. And this week's Snack of the Week is Miss Vicky's Sweet Chili and Sour Cream Crisps. They're not Walkers, but they'll do. Now for the winner of last week's trivia question, which was, how many uses of the F word were in Reservoir Dogs? The actual answer is 272, and two of you were the closest with 269. A big shout out to Honey Wanahi, sorry Honey if I've butchered your last name, and to Ross Cornwell. But unfortunately Ross is officially part of the show, so he can't win, so well done Honey. This week's trivia question is, in the Godfather Trilogy, what fruit is used to signify an upcoming death scene? As always, if there are any films or TV shows you want me to watch or discuss, then let me know. And please, like and subscribe. Thank you.